And welcome to That's Football. It is Tottenham versus Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. Sorry, everybody, I was a little bit late, but I had a problem. And I've still got a problem trying to sort a few things out. That's why I was a little bit late. I couldn't log into the account, to be honest with you. And I've now sorted it out. But everybody's wrong. Everybody's wrong, which is a good thing. That people were talking about Hazard's not going to play. And both teams have gone with very, very strong teams. So I think that's a positive for us as we prep for this game. We're about 15 minutes away from kickoff as well. And I'll go through the team news for you in a moment. I've got a little bit red there. Not embarrassed red, it's just the TV screen red. Mohammed, you can go straight away. Let's get rid of you. There we go. Don't want any idiots. Oh, I see what you're saying there, actually. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Mohammed. Kieran Bailey says, please, with the blue lion. And Ollie Clark says, Goldie hates Hazard more than Arsenal. I don't hate Hazard. I just don't rate Hazard as much as everybody else does. But maybe tonight he's going to sit me down. Maybe. I don't think he will, but we'll see with that. We'll see what happens. Let's have a look. I'm just trying to get the team news up for you. I got a little something for you. Got a little something for you. We got the team news. We got the power. So, effectively, I can tell you without... This is going a little bit slow, but I can tell you that Son plays for Spurs and Kane plays for Spurs and Hazard plays for Chelsea. And Hudson-Odoi plays as well, which is quite interesting considering Bayern Munich are desperate to get hold of him. I don't know what the situation is. I don't know whether we've got Chelsea fans who can tell us what the situation is with that. But a rather interesting situation is what I would say, because you've got the... apparently he's going to go to Bayern Munich, but does he have a buyout clause? I don't know. It's a bit of an odd one. So let us know with regards to that, because I don't know how it's going to work. I really don't. But no, I don't want to be on that. I thought somebody was streaming the actual game. They won't be able to do that. Okay. I'm set up. I've got my telly already. You've got the... I don't want that on. Stop doing that. So we've got 835 of you beautiful people watching. I should have Mad Marcus joining with me at some point. And he doesn't want to sign a new contract, says Tag Game. So yeah, it's the old doesn't want to sign a new contract thing. Right, let's go through the team news for you. Obviously, I support Spurs. I'm not a massive fan of Chelsea, to be honest. I don't dislike Chelsea. I'm just not a massive fan of them. My dad supports them. So I think that goes back to my child. Don't get me started on that. Anyway, Gazaniga is in goal for Tottenham. Trippier, Alderweireld, Sanchez, Rose, Winks, Sissoko, Eriksen, Ali, and Son Heung-min. So quite a strong team from Spurs. And then you've got Chelsea with Arrizabalaga, Azpilicueta, Rudiger, Christensen, Alonso, Kante, Jorginho, Barkley, Willian, Hazard, and Hudson-Odoi. No place in the squad for Morata. I don't know whether he's injured or not, but Giroud is on the bench. Kovacic is on the bench. David Luiz is on the bench. But it's a strong Chelsea team and it's a strong Spurs team. And let's not forget. Let's not forget about this as well. We'll go a bit Scottish just to re-emphasise this. That it is a two-legged affair. And I think the second leg is it. When is the second leg? Does anybody know? I don't really know. I don't actually know when it is. I think it might be... is it next week? I don't know. I've got no idea. I really don't. Hazard is inconsistent, says Odin, Midgard. I would agree. And good afternoon from the Americas, says Carlos Acosta. Well, I'm going to tell you something a little bit secret now. I'm going to tell you when the second leg is in this Chelsea Spurs game, because I suppose if we're doing first leg, we should probably do second leg as well. And second leg is, oh my God, it's on Tuesday the 22nd of January. which is interesting. It really is. So it's in 2 weeks' time. There we go. Right. Just having a quick look around, seeing what's going on for you. Yeah, okay. So we've done the Chelsea team, we've done the Spurs team. I think Spurs are going to win. I think Spurs are a better team than Chelsea, but I'm quite happy that they've both picked strong teams, because I didn't get to watch the league game just before Christmas because I was actually up at the United Palace game, so I was driving back, but I had it on in the radio and it sounded like an absolutely cracking game, so I'm hoping we're going to get the same again. And I think Sarri really got his tactics wrong. Jorginho was totally and utterly nullified, and it's a bit like teams used to do to United when they used to nullify Carrick. It sort of stunts your game plan. So it was a very, very good one, and I want to see if Chelsea have adapted to that. And also Spurs at the moment are fantastically good. Lee Newman says Chelsea are boring. I've got to put my hand up and say Chelsea are probably the one team that I haven't watched a lot of out of the top 6 this season. I'd say I've probably seen Spurs the most because of the Champions League. I've seen Liverpool quite a lot. City a little bit, Arsenal a little bit, but Chelsea I've hardly watched at all. So it's going to be interesting tonight to see what they're all about. Especially, I think, as a United fan, it's going to be interesting as well, because I want to see, like, Chelsea are obviously the team that we want to catch in the league, and Spurs we play on Sunday. So, and it's pretty much not far off the Spurs team that I think that will actually play on Sunday. So I'm interested in massively to see how it goes, and we should all be if you're a United fan. So who's everyone going for, Chelsea or Spurs? Let me know in the comments, and let's see how you go. Oh God. It's all right. I've just I tweeted something out earlier, and I don't know what it is about the new year, but I think the last 4 months has been really nice on social media. There's been quite a good feel, and then the last week or so, it's gone shit and sour into the sewers again. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's sad little twats realising their life's shit and trying to bring everyone else down. But I'm finding social media in general pretty shit at the moment. Not me personally. If anyone's on Twitter, look at my last tweet. Basically, Sophie's put something out on Twitter and some twats called her fat, and then people are jumping on it saying it's great. So I don't know where people get off. But anyway, Marcus is with us. How you doing, pal?
How you doing, mate? All right?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Good. Looking forward to this one. Be a good game, I think.
Yeah, same here. I actually thought they'd put out a couple of weakened teams, but no, it's the complete opposite. I think for Spurs, the only weak link is the goalkeeper, and I think for Chelsea, I think the only weak link is that young lad that Bayern are after. Yeah. I mean, you could argue David Luiz should be in there as well, but no, I think it's really good for the competition.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to it. Certainly, I'd probably say I'd favour Spurs. I think Spurs are probably a lot of people, a lot of United fans would probably go with Spurs because they're the least inoffensive team of the top sort of 3 or 4. We've obviously got a lot of history with Liverpool and City being the local team. Chelsea, I don't think many people like Chelsea at the moment. I don't think it's even their fault. I think a lot of they've had a lot of bad press with their fans, but yeah, I mean, can you wish Marcus a happy new year from me, please? Says Neil Smith. Well, there you go. I've just done it for you.
Oh, Andrew, Neil, thank you, mate. Andrew. But yeah, I think Chelsea's bad press at the minute, like you said there, it's the fans, isn't it? That's the problem. But some people will say they don't really play attractive football. But in some games you got to do what you got to do. You got to win ugly. You can't play attractive, sexy football day in day out every week in every competition. So I think this will probably be for Chelsea very much hit on the counter attack. It's not going to be pretty from Chelsea's point of view, and I totally expect Spurs to win this game, to be honest.
I hope they do. I do have a preference in this. However, it is Eden Hazard's chance to sit me down. I give him a lot of stick on Twitter, so here we go. I'm sure he's pumped up looking at my Twitter feed for this. Not. I'm sure he really doesn't give a shit, because I don't really think he gives that much of a shit about Chelsea, to be honest. I think he's thinking about Real Madrid. So all these Hazardistas are going to have to burn their Chelsea shirts in the summer and get a Real Madrid one. But nowhere near full. The whole top tier of Wembley is empty, which is interesting because United are there on Sunday. You can't get a ticket for love nor money. I was talking to Rants today, actually. He can't get a ticket in the United end. Well, he can, but they're going at premium, very high prices. So I presume you could probably get one in the Spurs end.
Well, I mean, looking ahead to that game on Sunday, the tickets are going to be very well sought after, aren't they? It's a big game Sunday. It's a massive test, United's biggest test to date yet under Solskjaer. So hopefully all goes well. But teams are just coming out of the tunnel.
Oliver Van Ass is right. I haven't read Abramovich's statement about the few fans who give them a bad reputation, but I am sympathetic to that. I mean, look, not all Chelsea fans are sad twats off Twitter, are they? But no, I'm only joking. Not all Chelsea fans are these people who come out with the racist comments, etc. There are. As I say, my dad supports Chelsea, so they can't be that bad. But I don't really have a problem with Chelsea. I just don't think Hazard's one of the best players in the Premier League. I don't, and I'm very consistent about that. And I know a lot of people do. For all I know, you might think he is, Marcus, but for me, I think Salah's better. I think De Bruyne is better. I think there's a lad on the pitch today who, if he wasn't Asian, and it's not a racial thing. I just don't think he gets. I don't think Spurs get the credit they deserve, and I don't think Son gets the credit he deserves. And it's definitely not a. It's not a racial thing. I just think it's because he's not glamorous, is he? He just gets his head down, does his job. He's not like in the magazines or anything like that. And Spurs are a team that I think gets ignored a lot as well. So I think Son's been fantastic this season, Marcus. Yeah,
definitely. Doesn't get the praise he deserves. I think there's another one in that Spurs team as well that goes unnoticed, and that's Harry Winks. I think he's a fantastic English talent.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching him, actually.
Yeah, he's got a bright future ahead of him. But because he's playing in a team that has Kane and Dele Alli, Trippier as well, he's another one that doesn't get the praise he deserves for me.
George Ramos says, Mark and Marcus, did you see the recent 442s video? And overall, what do you think of that channel?
I love the video.
The most recent one is actually the Manchester United manager's job, which I thought I'd rather be in that one than the one they put me in, which was the bloody Arsenal fucking thing. I mean, it did make me laugh, but I'd rather have had a cameo in the latest one because it's actually about my club. But it's funny. You know what I think about 442s is I think it's a bit like I was going to say Christmas, but that's only once a year. It's a bit like having a drink, isn't it? I wouldn't watch it every day. I wouldn't want to be doing it every day, but every now and again it's good. I do like it. It does make me laugh. It's something unique, which I think is good in this sort of platform. Like we try to be unique by being very interactive with you lot and always doing live content. That's our thing, and hopefully it will always be that way. So actually, that's a good point to say. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. We've got lots of things planned like this on That's Football this year. Obviously, I do my FIFA stuff on here as well. I've just seen a Spurs fan saying, "We love you, Goldbridge. You can come and stand with us on Saturday." That's fantastic, but I'll give it a miss because I've already got a prior commitment to do the watch along with Marcus. So, but yeah, I'd love to stand in the Spurs end for the United game on Sunday. Yeah, I think that'd be a great experience.
Right, is it Sunday or is it Saturday, like that lad just said?
No, it's Sunday at 4:30.
It's Sunday. Yeah. Sorry, I had me confused there. I mean, does anyone know anything about this Spurs keeper, Gazzaniga?
All I know is he's not Lloris.
Yeah, that's what Lloris is on the bench. I've never seen or heard of this lad in there. Normally it's Vorm, isn't it, I think.
I'm looking forward to watching Hudson-Odoi. I mean, as I was doing, we do the Football Index on the Transfer Daily, and his price has absolutely rocketed recently because of this link to Bayern Munich. I'm actually, once the game kicks off, it's about to kick off, so I'll start the timer, and then I'll do a little bit of research myself on Hudson-Odoi because it's unfair to just get it on the live comments. So we have kicked off. Let's see how that goes. But let's have a quick look at this Hudson-Odoi. Because did you say he's a weak link? Because I think he's actually a player
I think he is,
Chelsea desperately want to keep hold of.
Yeah, it's obvious they want to keep hold because they keep on rejecting, didn't they, the price? It started off at what was it, 25 or 28 million? Went up to 30. It's up to 35. So yeah, they are desperate to keep him. But I mean, I've not seen him play. I've not heard an awful lot about him. So I don't know.
I know him from like playing for the England under teams, like the under 19s and then the under 18s. He's only just turned 18 in November, so you know, from an English point of view, I'm happy for him to go to Bayern Munich if he's going to play. It's a bit like Jadon Sancho, isn't it? You know, I don't like Man City, I don't like Chelsea, but if these young English players go abroad and play good football and they start playing for England, I think England, I said this in the summer, England have got a very exciting future if some of these players can get game time, and I think that's always been the problem. It's quite funny that Chelsea have played him in their last 2 games, but would they play him in a home game against, I don't know, City? You know, that's always been the problem with Chelsea. Chelsea have, for years, have had a really, really good youth setup, but they don't play their players. And how funny it is now that they've got this young lad who Bayern Munich want, because they've probably seen what Jadon Sancho's done, and they thought, we'll have a little bit of that, and suddenly Chelsea are starting to play him games. I mean, he is contracted for another year. He's contracted until
2020, is it?
2020, but he won't sign a new contract. So, then again, I don't know. I don't know anything about him, really, other than that he's a good young talent. Should he be in the Chelsea team? Would he get into the Bayern Munich team? And considering Chelsea have just bought Pulisic as well, and they want Lozano, I mean, if he's a young winger, it is interesting.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he's had a look at the situation with Ross Barkley there playing beside him tonight, and he thought, well, you know, a player calibre of Barkley is in and out of the side, so what hope have I got? But Son's in the...
Oh, referee, have a look. No, bottled it. To be fair, I think it's a ball over the top. Christensen's running alongside Son. Son's starting to win the battle. Christensen uses his body weight and takes them both down. It was one of those, Marcus, for me. I think it could have been a free kick. Probably would have been a little bit harsh. But the pace of Son, like Odin Midgard says, was absolutely superb. And I'm looking forward to that Son versus Hazard battle, actually. I'm not even joking. But I'm also looking forward, from a United point of view, to just watch this Spurs team. Tactically, Alderweireld's a player to watch as well. There's a lot to keep your eye on in this game today.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, with the game coming up Sunday, I mean, it's good that United have got a week off, or 5 or 6 days off. They're out in Dubai, obviously, at the minute. So, yeah, I think Ollie will be watching this out there if he can, and I think all the players actually will probably be watching it and see what they're up against at the weekend.
A few people asking about the 4-4-2 video I'm in. It's the one. It's not the latest one. I think it's the one before that. I don't even know what it's called. It's in the middle. There's a clip in the middle about Arsenal, and I make a cameo for about 3 seconds, but it's quite a funny
cameo though.
This is a good. Basically, I wipe DT out while he's gobbing off with a slide tackle. So, you know, if only cartoon could echo real life. But there you go. I've had my fun. I'm bored. I am actually bored of it now. When we drew Arsenal last night, Marcus, and I saw people on Twitter going Goldbridge and DT, I was like, oh, you know what? It's just starting to die down a little bit. And here's Son again.
He's in again down the right hand side. Trippier's on the overlap.
Oh, pass 1, pass 2, cuts it back. Ericsson. He's so good, Son. He really is. Kane. Oh, overhead kick. Keeper saves it, but he is sick. Josh says it as well. If he, I know he's going on Asian Cup duty very, very soon. I don't know how many games he's going to miss for Spurs, but unfortunately it's after the United game at the weekend. But he's absolutely superb. He's a brilliant player.
So great acrobatics there from Harry Kane as well. Such a tall guy. To pull that off is something, and it's on target as well. But comfortable save by Kepa. But Hazard let the ball go under his foot there.
I don't know. Somebody just said, am I delayed? I'll tell you what, I might be doing the old wrong channel thing again. So give me a second. I'll just check.
Yeah. Danny Rose has got it at the minute. Harry Winks going out to the right hand side. Jahar Q, you can go. So how's everyone's day going today? Son is easily the best EPL winger at the moment. He is really good, and he is good. Might have to go on military duty soon. Yeah, I think he goes on Monday. I think it's Monday or Sunday evening. Son never stops running, and he's great on the ball with both feet. Apparently, he's really good in FIFA
Guess
as well.
who's back?
Hmm?
Back again. Oh, I was on the right channel actually.
Yeah.
There's two Sky channels over here, and they often show the game, but one of them's always about 7 seconds behind the other, and it's always about being on the right one. But I was on the right one.
So I'm just getting rid of a couple of comments here who are talking about streams.
Yeah, we need to get some new mods on here, don't we? Because now we're using it a lot more.
Yeah, I've got a couple in mind. Hi, Ollie.
No beer tonight, says Gazelle. No. I hit it hard through Christmas, and basically, my bloodstream is basically alcohol over Christmas. I could drink like 20 pints. Shot straight from Hudson Oddy there, straight at keeper. So 2 tester shots really from each side at the moment. It's quite an open game. I like it. It's open, good. But no, I have to I have to stop in the week now. You can't be drinking like that. I'll be dead.
Oh, sorry.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let's see if we can get up. Well, I tell you what, that's a bit of a landmark, but we might do it. Subscribe. Let's see if we can get to 55,000 subscribers. I want to try and get this channel up. It's a big ask, but 2019, I'd like to get it up, on its way to 100k. I think there's so much potential with a generic channel, especially with like live comments and me and Marcus involved and the FIFA and stuff. I think there's a lot of potential for it. So get involved. I really enjoyed the Liverpool game on Man City the other day. And if we're 20 seconds behind Davian, it's because of YouTube. It's nothing to do with us. I physically am watching the game second for second. I'm not watching it on some illegal stream. I'm watching it on Sky Sports. So I am bang on, but there may well be a delay that YouTube puts in. There normally is.
Yeah. I've had a couple of messages over the last couple of days, Mark, wanting to know when he is Outlast.
Oh, yeah, I need to it's not going to be this month. It will happen, though. I want to do it before it gets light. We need to do it on a dark night.
Are you sure?
All right, we'll do it peak summer at midday. So I can look out into my conservatory and think, oh, it's nice.
Oh, dear. Son has been heavily involved in the opening exchanges so far.
I tell you what, United, whatever anybody says, whether you like United or not, United are going to have to play very well on Sunday to get something. Yes. I think we can. I'm not saying that in no way is that defeatist. I think we can, but if we're not on our game, we'll get beat.
Yeah, toughest test so far. I liked how we played against Newcastle. So it was a good test for us. Good test of character. Patience, building the play up. So they're going to have to do that as well on Sunday. Not make any rash decisions as well with the ball. Try and play patiently, not rush things. Ross Barkley's got the right idea there, switching it out. Kante. What do you think about Kante playing as a more attacking role, Mark, under Sarri?
I think it's because Sarri wants to play Jorginho as the dictator, but for me, I would love, if I had Kante at United, he'd be where Matic is.
Yeah, CDM role, wouldn't it? He just seems naturally gifted for it.
And I think United would be an amazing team with Kante as the CDM and not Matic. You just put him in front of the back four. He is good on the ball. He can play in a more advanced position, but you put him in front of the back four and he just absolutely hoovers everything up like a Dyson. He'd be brilliant. But no, he's playing him in a more advanced position, and I think Chelsea are there to be got at. I mean, in relation to United catching them as well.
Yeah, I mean, we're not far, is it? It's 6 points now, isn't it?
Yeah, 6 points off them, 3 off the Arsenal.
Yeah. Goal kick.
Carlos is on about Liverpool. You know what? I don't get the joy everybody's getting about Liverpool at the moment. They've lost one game to Man City and they're still 4 points clear at the top. And they've gone out of the FA Cup. And my mate messaged me yesterday, who's a United fan, and he said, I'm not happy that they're out of the FA Cup because it gives them time to rest. Like, we play Arsenal, they get 2 weeks off now. So, it was clear to me that Klopp didn't want to go through. So you can take the piss out of Liverpool if you want, but I don't think they wanted to go through. So good break here by Trippier. Has he got a pass on?
He's looking up. We're definitely looking for some down that right hand side. Not seeing Hazard track back or anything at all yet.
It's interesting how our Spurs play. Really, it's almost like a 4-3-1-2 or a 4-2-2-2 because they've got their back four, then they've got Sissoko and Vinks, then they've got Eriksen who drops sometimes into a 3, then they've got Dele Alli above them, and then you've got Son and Kane. I'd say it's more of a 4. Well, it actually just showed us perfectly there. On the defence, It's like a 4-3-1-2. Eriksen drops to the left side of the midfield with Sissoko to the right and Vinks in the middle. But yeah, they don't really play with natural width, Spurs. The width sort of comes from their fullbacks, Danny Rose and Trippier.
Similar to Chelsea. I mean, Aspilicueta getting down that side as well. I mean, Hudson Odie's in here. The pass was overhit.
I think Stuart's in the live comments. He's always welcome. Especially on this channel, everyone's welcome on here, as long as you keep the abuse down. I think Liverpool are in a title race. I don't like saying it, but I do think they're in a title race. I think City can catch them, but they've played each other, and it's still a 4-point gap. So City are reliant on others. Here's Kante though. I mean, it just shows us there, Marcus. He's got some skills about him.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he went past 2 players there. I think one of them was Sanchez, who got pulled out to the left-hand side then.
Yeah, Jack, I don't get it. Jack Coleman saying Pochettino makes Sissoko look like prime Seedorf. What's going on? I've never rated Sissoko, but he does put in some ridiculous performances sometimes.
Has the Dembele gone to China today? Is it official now?
You up? Dembele? Yeah, well, he's not part of the Spurs team, and yeah, I think it's too early. He's only 31.
Yeah, it's but
he'll earn a lot of money though.
Yeah, I saw that they accepted a bid of around 9 million, and I saw a couple of comments earlier on your FIFA stream say 11.
Yeah.
So that's decent money, mate, for someone who's not even in the team regularly, and
I know.
Yeah, 31.
I spoke to some Spurs fans today on Twitter, and they were saying, to be fair, Moussa Dembele's a great player, but he's started to get a lot of injuries, and he's not the player he was. So, maybe it's right, but as a non-Spurs fan, I look at it and go, "Oh, what's he doing going there? He's only 31. He's a fantastic." I remember Dembele, even when he was at Fulham, he'd always have a good game against United. Like literally, could run the midfield. But Spurs fans know more than us.
Yeah, very classic traditional workhorse, I think, back in his Fulham days.
Box to box.
The Spurs, they came out of blocks pretty quickly. They just quietened down a bit though. Chelsea coming into the game, pushing up high. Harry Winks just been caught in possession there. Sort of gone a bit quiet now, got a bit flat, hasn't it, this game now? I thought Spurs, they come out of blocks really flying in the first 10 minutes. Had a couple of decent chances as well. But Chelsea just seemed to press a bit higher up the pitch to nullify the attacks.
I saw another fan on the street today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I got stopped on the street again.
No relation
all the time, doesn't it, Marcus? It can't really happen to you because it's always just your voice, isn't it?
No, exactly, yeah. This is the thing.
Unless people watch you on your feet. Do you still do your gaming?
Yeah, I still do it. Not as often as I used to, but yeah, I mean, people say, "Oh, Marcus, when are we going to see you?" And there are videos on channels, where I am.
Yeah, but they're illegal, aren't they? And nobody should be doing that to animals.
Yeah, if you don't want your hard drive checked, yeah. But in all seriousness, there is a couple about, but I've just I'm not one of those.
What? You with animals?
No. Couple of it, like when I've been on Rodney's show, once upon a time ago. I was on there, and yeah, I do a couple of gaming stuff with MJ sometimes, and um,
Have you
captains
started
ask
playing
me.
Football Manager yet? Because people keep saying when you're going to stream about it, and I tell you what, I'm going to be absolutely honest here. I started it and I was like, I'm never going to get on with this game. I'm never going to get on with it. It's too in depth, this, that, and the other. And then what I started doing is, while I was doing some work, I've got my other. It's not even another screen. I just plug another monitor into my laptop, and you can sort of move, a window to another thing. So what I do is, while I'm working away, I've got my. I hope my boss isn't watching. I've got the other screen there, and I sort of just click. You get your emails. Oh, he's injured. He needs that. You have a game running whilst you're working, and I think it works really well like that. I don't know how I'm going to live stream it, because I think it's not. You can't live stream for half an hour, can you? Because you probably get one game done. So I don't really, and I've got no time to be filming an hour of it and then editing best bits. So I just don't know how to. I really am enjoying the game, but it is sort of a game that I have on while I'm doing other things. So I just don't know how I'm going to live stream. Have you started playing it yet? What I do want to do is get some people in a league. I think that'd be great. I don't know how it works, but
No, I'm not sure how that works. It can be done though, because I have read about it. It can be done, but yeah, I mean, if I go on it during the day, I find 2 or 3 hours have passed, and it only seems like half an hour. You read a couple of emails, sort your team out, scout about some players, your scouting network and stuff, and then
Ross Barkley's just one over the bar. By the way, we are watching the game.
But you start at 1 o'clock. Next thing you know, the kids are home from school. Time flies so much on that game.
I tell you what, this is no word of a lie. I had a couple of games when I was probably about 15, and I had to break. It was on my Amiga, and you used to have discs then that you put into the hard drive. And in the new year, I broke both the games because I was just like, I didn't even interact with my family over Christmas. I was like, and at that age, you had like Only Fools and Horses specials on and everything like that. Like TV was really good at Christmas, and I just like came out of this addiction in January, and I was like, the last 3 weeks, all I've done is play these games. I've totally missed Christmas, so I just broke the games, and that was Championship Manager and Civilization, and I just got, like I say, it's just hours, especially Championship Manager. It was just days of just playing it, and like nothing else mattered.
There's a lot of games nowadays, mate, that just take over your life. Civilization, Rome, Total War.
Yeah. They're good when you're younger, but I think, when you've got a life in that, it's very difficult, isn't it?
I mean, if you really want to give your life up, mate, then you play World of Warcraft, I think, because you have to play that every single day. It's so in depth, that game, and it's absolutely phenomenal.
You can play games like, there used to be one not long ago, didn't there, called was it Half-Life or something like that, where basically people just live their life on a computer. I find that odd. Sergio Hernandez is not watching the game. Is it any good? It started off good, first 5 minutes. It's gone a little bit
dull, isn't it?
It's a midfield battle at the moment. We are watching it. This is how we do it. We sort of like make it interesting in another way if the game goes off the boil a little bit. But
Chelsea just passing it round the back at the minute.
Apple's gone, Sally. Yeah, I think he went a long time ago.
I mean, Spurs not really chasing after the ball.
FB Play says, what's Marcus' channel called? It's called Dirty Marcus and the Horse. No, I don't know. It's called Mad Marcus, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. I think if I just put a comment in, you can just click on the thing and it just takes you straight there, I think. Second Life,
Adam Clark, that was it, yeah. We are doing a preview with Expressions, Kieran, yeah. It's on Thursday night. I've got to get ready for that, bloody hell. 100 miles an hour, that kid. And he's got more sayings than me.
Yes, I did see him in rants reviewing the Blood Brothers episode.
He must spend hours. Hazard with a shot. Hazard. My heart was in my mouth then. It nearly sat me down live, but it was straight at keeper. Easy.
I see you got a busy time coming up with FIFA. You got to play Expressions and Sophie and.
Oh yeah, but I say I'm playing them, and then they're like, yeah, but then they never arrange it.
Yeah.
The thing is with me, you want to get it on at the right time, because if you played me yesterday, I was brilliant. Today I was shit. You know, just catch me on a good. Although I was, if anyone hasn't watched the stream yet, that person I played first. I mean, how much money has he spent in real life to get that team?
Yes.
He had Fat Ronaldo, who is very expensive anyway. He had Rivaldo, Roberto Carlos, Bale. His midfield was really good as well. I mean, the thing is, I was 4-0 down after half an hour, but he had a hat trick with Fat Ronaldo. I just couldn't get near him. He's very, very good. Very good. Not the player with the controller, just Fat Ronaldo. He's just very good.
Sure, some of those players, though, Mark, that you come up against with the Christmas cards and the purple cards, doesn't necessarily mean that they bought them on the credit cards, mate. They're SBCs. So
yeah, Fat Ronaldo, isn't there?
No, the icons aren't, obviously.
Here we go. Oh, that was a crap. There you go. You've ruined Harry Winks with your credit. He had 3 passes on there and he made none of them. Spurs should have been in there.
Picked completely the wrong one. But yeah, I mean, some of them, a lot of these people have the players for the SBCs in their club already. Just not doing nothing. So
the funny thing is, I played this team with the Fat Ronaldo in it, and because they're doing the FIFA Team of the Year, aren't they? And I didn't realise by picking Hazard, I vote for Hazard, by the way. I never would have done that. I just thought it'd be funny to have a stream with me having Hazard in the team. Anyway, this guy's 4-0 up against me. We've only been playing was only at half an hour in the game. And he didn't quit, obviously, but the connection was lost. And that was it. I never got to use Hazard because I only had him for 1 game. So
that's unlucky.
I prefer Sane anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry,
well,
Mane.
I picked Pogba. And
Ericsson.
Yeah, he's in.
What's he looking at?
Kane.
Kane's got to attack that. I don't know why he was running away from it.
So if you'd have logged on a couple of days ago, you could have got that Tevez card. I think it cost me in total about 148,000 for him.
How long does he keep him?
Forever. He's
right.
yours forever. Yeah, but the only problem is it was his. It's his card where he was at Boca Juniors.
Or as a younger player.
Yeah, so it was a flashback card, but it's a very good card, mate. Very good.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people with it actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't got Roy Keane for much longer. I only had him for about 18 games, so he'll be going soon.
Well, at least you got him.
Yeah, it's been good.
Harry Kane's in.
He's offside, isn't he? Whoa!
Oh, that's
Penalty.
no, he's offside.
Offside, yeah.
Hang on, no.
No, don't know.
What's he?
He's offside.
He is off. Yeah. What's he talking him down the mic for?
So Harry Kane's running through, pops it over the goalkeeper. Keeper takes him out, but Harry Kane's offside. So
yeah, bit of confusion here.
I don't know whether have they got VAR in Carabao Cup then.
I don't know. I would have thought so. Things on about an incident that's happened before.
No, it is VAR.
He's on. Oh.
He's offside, isn't it?
Yeah, his right leg, isn't it?
Yeah, he's offside. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll check the penalty.
It's a good referee and it's a good linesman call.
Yeah. Well, I've got to say though, the linesman weren't even in line. He was a few yards off the play there.
It's a penalty. Well, this is where VAR is going wrong though, because why are we checking the penalty when it's offside? You got fans in the ground. This is what people were saying about the United game. You got fans in the ground who don't know what's going on, and they're checking whether it's a penalty. It's clearly a bloody penalty.
Anthony Abderab says it's a dive.
Nah, it's a penalty, but he's offside.
Never a dive.
Oh, he's given a penalty.
He's given it.
He looks offside. VAR says it's. Look, I'm stunned by that. VAR looked like he was offside. I don't get it.
He's offside.
But it's a penalty anyway.
Well, seeing as that's the second incident of play, second passage of play, surely it should have been blown out for the offside because his right leg is offside.
Why is the keeper not red carded?
Yeah. But another dodgy decision, and you can't argue with it. The computer says it's right. So
I tell you what, you need a manual to understand football now. It's such a simple game, football, and we're all confused, like, because they're changing the rules so ridiculously now. It's obviously it is onside. He was onside, but from the angle they were showing it there, it looked like his leg was onside. Double Jeopardy says Draughty Devil. Crap film, but I know what you mean. So Harry Kane doesn't miss many penalties.
He's good.
And he doesn't miss this one. 1-0 to Spurs. Kane was level, says active Dan. I'm only going from what I was looking at, and it looked like his leg was offside, but I'm not bothered. I'm certainly not anti-Spurs. It's a goal. It's a penalty. It's a goal for Harry Kane. I think it was definitely a penalty, Marcus. There's no bloody two ways about that. As long as it's onside, it's a penalty.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it has to have been the angle we've seen on the TV.
Yeah.
It's not straight. It's the angle we saw was cut across. So, but I mean, yeah, it's a definite penalty. He's took him out without a doubt. He's made contact with him. Kane looks like he's left his leg in there, but the goalkeeper's got no choice.
If you're a striker, you play for that penalty. Though,
yeah, you go for it.
I get fed up with people saying that's a dive. You know, he's not the ball past the keeper. The keeper's reckless. I'd leave my leg there as well. Clear penalty, says Leo Leon.
I don't get what they've changed with the last man. It should be a red card.
Well, I think it's what, like Draughty says, it's called double jeopardy, isn't it? So you can't have a penalty and a red card anymore. But I think even then there's something about that that's not clear cut. I think if it's... I don't know how it works. I don't know. This is what I mean. We used to know what it was all about, but now we don't.
Well, I always believed it to be if you was the last man with a clear goal scoring opportunity and you stop it, it's a red.
Well, Absolute Muppet says they don't give red cards anymore if the player makes a genuine attempt for the ball, which the keeper did, to be fair.
Yeah, he had to go for it, didn't he? Yeah.
Raheem says, could you please unblock me from United Stand? P.S. Sorry. It's a long-winded way of doing it, mate, to be honest, and I can't really publicly tell you how to do it. And I can't do it at the moment because I'm logged into a different account, so you'll have to put it in the comments of a United Stand stream and we'll do it that way. Which you can't do. So, yeah. There is a way of doing it, Marcus, isn't there? We know how to do it.
There is a way.
I don't know how to advise him to do it in the live comments without getting absolute spam from everybody else. Jared Passman says, can you and Marcus play FIFA? We're waiting. He can't beat me at FIFA. He's had this conversation. He has actually put his hand up and said he'd get smashed. There is no...
No, I never said that. Go. I never said that.
See, that line again still looks like he's offside, doesn't it?
It's not straight, is it?
No.
It definitely isn't. It's the angle where they paused it.
Oh, well, we've got a goal, which is good. It opens the game up.
Yeah. Well, so far, I mean, Pochettino's having a chat with his number 2 there.
Superior number 1 says, would you like Harry Kane at United? Of course we would, yes. Because Lukaku's crap. So, but we've got Marcus Rashford. I wouldn't want him over him. Yellow card there, Michael Oliver. I think that's a bit harsh.
Harry Winks with a blatant trip on Hazard, I think it was.
Yeah, Michael Oliver loves Hazard.
Yeah,
it was a blatant dive by Hazard. That was. There's no contact. Fair tackle, gets a booking. Terrible. Craig Barnes, that's all I'm reading now. I'm not reading the rest of your comments, so up your arse, Craig. Carabao Cup games are played over 2 legs, Peter. Yeah, the next leg is 2 weeks' time, so we'll do the return one as well. You can't do half a game, can you? Oh, here we go. Hazard's doing it again. Look, Hazard and his little dives. He's done another one now. He's the master of it. Remember when he got Herrera sent off at Stamford Bridge? Yeah. He knocks it past someone and then just jumps on the floor. He actually throws his body into the player's leg on purpose. He's very, very good at it. It's the only thing he's world class at.
Not seen much of Willian in this first half either.
Well, he gets a lot of stick from Chelsea fans, Willian, which is funny because Mourinho would have walked over hot glass for him. But I don't like I say. I've got to be honest. Chelsea are the one team in the top 6 I've not watched a lot of this season.
Tell you what.
So I don't really know. I don't know who's about anything about anybody really.
Well, their centre backs seem to be. See, look, even again.
I don't hate Hazard, by the way.
No, he is onside. Look, the guy at the right hand side, top right.
Yeah. We're looking down the bottom, aren't we? It's Aspilicueta.
Yeah.
We're being real idiots. Hand up there. We're looking at the Chelsea player down this end going, he's clearly offside. We're not looking at the Aspilicueta up at the top. That's what the blue line's all about. I couldn't figure it out. Oh, but what's the blue line about? That Chelsea player's, you need to knock it back a bit. But it's Aspilicueta at the top. So, yeah, he's definitely onside.
Oh dear. But yeah, after seeing that one then, and seeing Aspilicueta at the top right hand side, yeah, he is onside. Tottenham just trying to slow the game down a bit at the minute. Soko's picking it up. Trying to get past Ross Barkley. Oh no, that's never a foul. Never a foul. Ross Barkley jumps in front of Sissoko. Sissoko's gone past him. It's almost like a belly tackle. And Ross Barkley gets the free kick.
Have you had any of these freebies from Matthew?
McFadden?
Yeah.
No.
I see Ransom Flex have for their show. Bloody.
The kid hates.
What? Does he?
I don't know. I'm messing. No,
that's appreciation for you, isn't it? Bloody send them to my to the one show a week, guys, but don't give it to the main man. Oh well. I'm not bitter. Anyway, 1-0 here. Not quite ketchup football, Mark, says Ellis Horton. You only get ketchup football and lube football on my FIFA streams. Spurs are the better team, though. I mean, Spurs are the better footballing team, definitely. There's more fluidity. If I was a Chelsea fan, I'd be like, yeah. You could argue Chelsea have actually got some better players. Like Kante is probably one of the best players on the pitch. But they haven't got the fluidity. Again, Jorginho's been very, very quiet. Danny Rose, what are you doing? That was a shit. I don't rate Danny Rose.
You know, I think under Mourinho, he would have been a good signing if Luke Shaw didn't work.
Maybe the first one ever.
Yeah. First one ever. But I think now, no way. Not with where we're looking to go forward with the team. It's interesting. So I was watching the Sunday night with you and Sophie, and your ins and outs, like with Mata and Herrera and all that. The only one I would have kept out of that lot would have been Herrera, but only as a bench option. The rest of them can go.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree. I just was watching Winks on Hazard there, and fair play to Winks. He just put his hands up and was like, I'm not trying to foul him here. Because Hazard was basically magneting his arse to Winks' legs, trying to get a trip. And Winks did really well on it. There's something Herrera didn't do. Like, Hazard's basically attaching himself to Winks to try and get that second yellow.
And so, again, Chelsea's shots, they're not going in the corners. They're going straight down the middle.
They're rubbish, aren't they?
Yeah, catching practice for that guy.
Daniel O'Rourke says Spurs are turning into a top side under Poch. I think they're in that gap quite literally. You've got Chelsea, Arsenal, United going for top four. You've got Liverpool and City going for the title, and then you've got Spurs who are better than the teams going for top four, but not quite in the title race. Yeah. And I think Pochettino's right. I think if they've got the fundamentals of a really good team, but they need to just spend a bit of money. I mean, look at Chelsea. Chelsea aren't as good as Spurs, but Chelsea are making moves in the transfer window all the time, bringing in good players, and Spurs aren't. So he has got a tough job on his hands.
He has, yeah, but you think with the right amount of money, I mean, the guy knows how to pick up a bargain, doesn't he? He got Dele Alli from the lower leagues, didn't he? Harry Kane went out on loan quite a few times, so he knows how to deal with money, and he certainly gets his money's worth with who he brings in.
If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. Bottom right hand corner, this is That's Football, generic football shows where everybody can get involved. Subscribe, bottom right hand corner, get your notifications on. We're trying to get up to 55,000 tonight. Bit of a big ask, but we can do it together. Share the video. If you've already subscribed, you can do it underneath. Click share it on Twitter and Facebook. Harry Smith has made a contribution. Thank you, Harry. He says that Eden Hazard is superior to any United player. Well, he's not. He's not. You know, United's a bit like the Bible. United's a bit like Christ, isn't it? You know, you've got all the before Christ crap with Mourinho, and then you've got all the good stuff afterwards with Ollie. And I judge United on Ollie, not on Mourinho. And Pogba's the best player in the league at the moment. So Pogba's better than Hazard. It's facts. Martial's better than Hazard at the moment. So watch Hazard skip past 4 or 5 players and score a worldie now. That would just be the biggest meme of 2019. He's been tackled, but it's Barkley. It's Willian.
Across the face. Oh.
Ericsson. That I would have been finished then if he'd scored. But he didn't.
Harry Kane, do you know what? He's for such a tall guy, he's very agile when he turns. So quick when he turns. I mean, Hazard's not even going to chase that one.
No. Off to Madrid in the summer.
That's the thing with him. If he don't get his own way, it's almost like a petulant child, isn't he? He has a bit of a tantrum. You know, blames it on everyone else bar him.
No, anyway, going back to the Hazard thing, because I think that we had the penalty incident just before that. I don't dislike Hazard. I don't think he's total shit. I don't. I think he's a very good player. But I get fed up with people saying he's one of the best players in the world or he's the best player in the league when he clearly isn't. Like, where have you been? Where are you living? 2014. It's 2019 now. The best 2 players in the Premier League for the last 12 months have been Salah and De Bruyne. You can make a case to say Hazard's the 3rd best, but he's not in the top 2. So that's what annoys me about the Hazard thing. And it's the modern pundit as well, the ex-player. They just basically get handed a bit of paper and read it out. Oh, is this Liverpool team the best team ever? Basically, scrub out Man City from last season, lazy. Oh, Hazard scores a goal against Liverpool reserves in the Carabao Cup. Oh, is that the best goal ever? He's world class. You know what I mean? That's the sort of thing that just really, really irritates me. Just like match football.
I think the word world class is bandied about a bit too easily these days. I think first and foremost, you've got to do it on a consistent basis. You've got to do it in the big games. And you've got to do it in the Premier League on a consistent basis because it's the best and toughest league in the world.
It's funny that Hazard's playing up front though tonight because what I would say is I think Hazard's stats would be a lot better if he didn't have Morata up front because Morata does miss a lot of chances but it's only the same as what Pogba had. You know, Pogba's had a lot of stick. I remember the first season he was at United and Zlatan missed. Pogba would have had like 3 times the amount of assists that season if Zlatan had put them away. It was ridiculous, really. But
the Tottenham were in again. Or
Fadian's here. He says Hazard on form is one of the best in the world, but that form is too inconsistent to be seriously considered a genuine world-class player. I think you've hit the nail on the head there, Matthew. And isn't Hazard 28 now as well? What's even worse is when I see people mention him in the same sentence as Messi and Ronaldo. That's the biggest banter of the lot. I mean, Hazard's not fulfilled his potential. He hasn't. He's 28. He's still playing for fucking Chelsea. You know, with all due respect, I know Chelsea have won league titles, but they ain't even in the top 3 teams in England. So he's playing way below his level, and he's 28. Messi and Ronaldo, nobody's in there. Nobody should even be in the same fucking library as them, let alone the same page. So, good chance there. Kante, there's the man. Cross coming in from left. I think it was Willian. No, it wasn't. It was Alonso puts it in. And how could I mix up Willian and Alonso? And Kante gets on the front post. It's into the side netting. Good chance.
Yeah, good chance. Looks like Alderweireld was sleeping a bit there. Didn't really know where Kante was. He gets in between Sanchez and Alderweireld and knocks it onto the post. So good chance for Chelsea. Bit of a wake-up call for Spurs. So they've not really done anything since the goal.
I don't think Hazard wins Chelsea enough games as well. You know, look at this. Look in recent weeks, and there's loads of examples over the last few years. Southampton, Leicester, both games at home, drew 1, lost 1. They're the sort of games where your world-class player wins you the game. You know, Ronaldo, I remember that 3 seasons he had at Old Trafford where he was absolutely amazing. He'd just win us games even when we played bad. Hazard doesn't seem to be able to win games on his own enough for me. Tell you what does everyone think is going to happen with this Hudson-Odoi? Because I think he's a very good player. And I just don't think Chelsea will give him the game time. And I think that's why he knows he needs to go to Bayern Munich.
Yeah, do you know, I think Danny Rose is a bit wary of him. He's not really pushing touch tight to him. He's standing off him an awful lot. And he's allowing him to come in on his left-hand side. But, I mean, 8 attempts for Chelsea, Spurs 2.
Yeah, it's interesting actually. I mean, Chelsea have come back into it since the goal.
Yeah.
Spurs are sort of set up as to hit on the break. I don't think we've learnt a lot about Spurs for the United game really, because I think Spurs, we will try and hit them on the break, whereas at the moment Spurs are trying to hit Chelsea more. Chelsea's attacking 3 is very fast, isn't it? You got Hudson-Odoi, Hazard, and Willian. And that's forcing the Spurs back line back a bit, because Alderweireld's not got that much pace.
Yeah, I think I agree with a lot of the comments in there. That young lad, I think he'll probably end up going. I mean, how many players have Chelsea got on loan at the minute? Bloody loads of them out on loan.
Oh, they abuse the loan system though. It needs work. It does need sorting out. And Chelsea have always had a really good youth setup. If you keep your eye up on like the Youth Cup and that, and the youth teams, which you should do as a United fan, but you might not be a United fan. Chelsea are always in the latter stages of the Youth Cup. They've got a great setup, but they just don't play the youth.
Yeah.
Good cross in there, but Hazard's never going to complete with Alderweireld, and it's into the goalkeeper's hands.
And the goalkeeper, he's not looked too certain tonight. He's had a few shots where it's been straight down the middle, but he's not really been tested at all yet.
Vasti plays games. He's English, Hudson-Odoi. I'm just going to call him Bill Oddie.
Willian's got him. Again, poor final ball. Now, Chelsea is certainly... Well, that's a foul, surely. Yeah. Chelsea are certainly up in their game. I think second half you'll see a completely different team come out. Well, not team, but attitude. Well, Pochettino seems quite happy on the sideline at the minute.
Well, that's the big thing about Sunday as well, isn't it? It says Tottenham United underneath him. Solskjaer versus Pochettino.
Yes, it's going to be very interesting. I'm not sure. I think, is it Thursday or Friday United come back?
Don't tell me in the live comments how to pronounce someone's name. It's red rag to a bull. I'll just keep doing it the wrong way. Oddie. Bill Oddie. Bill Oddie would never come to United because Chelsea do have him under contract for another year. The reason they're looking to sell him is because he won't sign a new contract, but they wouldn't sell him to an English club. He basically is Jadon Sancho Mark II. That's the scenario that's going on. The other semi-final is a waste of space, Daniel. It's Man City versus Burton Albion. An absolute waste of time.
Yeah.
Man City may as well just, it's a great day out for Burton, but, there's no chance. It was a shock that Burton beat Middlesbrough to get in the semi-final, so they ain't going to beat Man City over 2 games. No, this isn't a United fan channel. It's That's Football.
Our Spurs are losing possession quite easily at the minute. Danny Rose has gone down. Challenge from Hudson-Odoi. Bit late, to be fair. But have not really asserted themselves in this game. I mean, Spurs had a good 10-12 minutes straight away from the kickoff, but from then, I think it's literally been all Chelsea, really,
Yeah.
with no end product.
I don't know whether you get away goals in this.
I wouldn't have thought so. It's just, well, I don't know. It's two legs, isn't it? We've got 2 minutes added on, just over a minute left. Not really seen much of Barkley in this first half. He's had a couple of shots, but nothing of any significance. Hudson's on the right. I've tried a 1-2, but
Oh yeah, I'd say at the moment it's a very equal game, and apart from that one incident, and football can be obviously won by one incident, that's the only difference between the two teams, and it's the way the game's set up tactically, really, that Chelsea are playing quite a high line and Spurs are playing a deep line, so there ain't much chance of Chelsea getting over the top.
No, I mean, especially with Hazard up there, he's not the tallest, is he? So they got to play it into feet or play the 1-2s around the corner, and hopefully he gets in behind. But
no away goals in this, by the way.
No. I mean, Chelsea, they're looking threatening, but their end product has been really poor, considering the players they got out on the pitch there tonight.
Is this? Oh! Hudson, Bill Oddie crosses it in. Keeper tips it over onto the bar, bounces back, and Spurs clear it away. I don't think he was shooting. We'll have to see it again. I think it was a cross.
No,
but
that's a cross.
That's a cracking cross. Good defensive there from Rose. Alonso's got a wand of a left foot, whips it in. Kante, it's on Kante's head, and Danny Rose comes from nowhere to head it away. But I'd like to see Bill Oddie's cross again here, because it's a lovely ball out to him. He's got lovely. Yeah, it's a cross. It goes off Danny Rose's head.
Yeah.
It would have been a very lucky goal.
Keeper got a touch to it.
He did very well. Tipped it onto the inside of the post.
Well, if that had got in, it would have been a totally different team talk for Sarri. But
yeah.
Spurs go in 1-0 up. Chelsea, do you know, they've been okay. They've not really been at the races at the minute. Spurs seem to have kept dropping deeper and deeper in that first half and letting Chelsea come onto them. So Pochettino will have to sort that out for the second half.
Yeah, he's a good player, Bill Oddie, Hudson Odie on the right hand side, and but he'd never come to United. He'd never go to Man City. He'll never go to Liverpool because they're not going to sell him to an English club. Is Hazard playing? Says Dylan 10. He's trying to get people sent off. He's doing his normal trick. He's getting the ball in the centre circle and skinning people there, but he's not doing anything in the penalty box. Yeah, my tweet's done very well, Matthew. I did tweet out 20 minutes ago, Chelsea need to bring Hazard on. Of course, I haven't even bothered to look at the replies. There will be vile filth from Chelsea fans, as usual, but I sort of have I'm like Batthink, I just have a wings of shield of steel against Chelsea fans. I don't care. And Arsenal fans. It's worth the banter.
I think you secretly love winding people up on there.
I do like winding up Hazard fans and Arsenal fans, yeah. It's nothing personal. Aaron Walton again. Look, you've got to learn to know me. He says spelt Oddie and pronounced Oddie. You can't. I know in your mind it comes across brilliantly, but when it's a written word, it still looks the same to me. It really does. We're just going to call him Bill Oddie, the late great Bill Oddie. Actually, Bill Oddie's not dead, I don't think. Hazard is playing, but you wouldn't know it. Invisible, really, says B. Yakov. I'm glad we've got nearly 3,000 people basically watching me be proved right about Eden Hazard. That he is massively inconsistent. There are some good bits in that half, but nothing near the penalty box. And their best player for me, Marcus, has been Bill Oddie.
He looks the most threatening.
Yeah,
he really does.
They'd be stupid to let him go.
They would do, but I mean, saying that, I mean, we did touch on it before it kicked off, or just at the start of the kickoff. You know, if you were United, City, or Liverpool, I mean, would you be willing to wait a year and think we take him on a free?
Yeah, but would he want? Yeah, I don't know.
He's up, isn't it, next
He
summer?
I mean, the thing is about him. He's only just 18 as well.
This is it, isn't it? Would the big clubs be willing to wait? You know,
Just turned 18, that lad. You know, he's just turned 18. I think Chong and Gomez are all a year older than him. So
yeah. Oh, I mean, you know, some of the clubs, some of the top clubs. I mean, you know, Spurs are good at bringing in the young players, English talent. So you know, I mean, maybe they might fancy having a crack at him.
anyway, it's half time at LB says Bill Oddie, the prank caller to Alan Partridge. I remember that episode. Yeah, it's Bill Odi. Have I got it right now, Bobby Dazzler? People are trying to get me to do it by little spaces now. Odai, maybe. I like Bill Oddie better. But Bacon, somebody just said I'm going to take the L in the FA Cup. I don't take the L in the FA Cup if United lose to Arsenal. I'm not on the pitch. This is what I'm on about. I'm bored of this bloody Arsenal fan TV and the man in the cap crap. It's rubbish. It's done. It's so 2018. We went down there with a bunch of people who'd never met each other, played against them. They'd played loads of games. We beat them 3-1. They had the game cancelled because they were going to get smashed and they were going to get embarrassed, so they had to do something sharpish to get it called off. They were tattooed with L's on the way out. That's it. It's over. Manchester United losing to Arsenal wouldn't surprise me. I'm confident, but it wouldn't surprise me. It doesn't mean I don't personally take an L. I'll be disappointed because I'm a United fan, but I don't take the L. That's not how it works. You know, it doesn't. Nicholas P. Odie has been goody tonight. I like what you've done there. Very old school. Yeah. Very old school. Phil Mitchell says, "How big's your willy, big lad?" I think he's talking to you, Marcus. Don't worry, we're not picking these vulgar things out. It's only because he made a contribution. We've got to read it. Which you can do through the dolly sign. It's O'Doy, says Erin Walton. O'Doy, says B. Yakov. Some people get really het up about the names. On this stream, it's Bill Oddie. Forget about it.
Do you know what? I mean, there's a good comment here. Raheb Nouri. Arsenal weren't that good against us with Jose, and I've got to say, I agree with that.
They should have beat us though. I mean, Aubameyang missed an absolute sitter.
You know, yeah, but I mean, you know, it's all ifs and buts, isn't it? I just think on United on their day now, the longer this unbeaten run goes on, the more the confidence is growing, and I just don't think so. I don't think these players have got anything to fear anymore. They really haven't. They're not being ruled by the dictatorship under Mourinho. They're allowed to play freely. They're allowed to play the way they want to play football. So just because it's Arsenal or Man City, don't mean shit to me. You still go out there and play your game. Still 11 against 11. So I don't think it's as cut and dry as people are making out with that FA Cup fourth round.
I tell you what, I'm just looking at that offside again though. So people are saying that Azpilicueta's foot plays him on.
Yeah.
But his foot is ahead of Kane's foot. But Azpilicueta's leaning the other way and Harry Kane's leaning the offside way. So if Harry Kane's arm's offside, he's offside.
But Azpilicueta's right foot is behind
Harry Kane's furthest bit.
Harry Kane's, yeah.
All right. Well, it's definitely a penalty.
Yeah, it is a penalty, yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
He left it. I did say he left his leg in there a bit, didn't he? But
no, I don't know whether the ball moves a bit where the keeper touches it, but I don't know. Alex G says you're 6, you muppet. It's irrelevant, Alex, unless you tell us who you support. If you support Arsenal, you're 3 points ahead of us, and we've changed our manager. So sit down. But there you go.
I did also see a comment earlier saying that if we beat Spurs Sunday, we're only 7 points off Spurs. So, if you look at it like that, it's not mission impossible, to be honest. It really isn't, because you'll have Spurs, Chelsea will probably narrow the gap as well. You'd expect them to win at the weekend. Probably expect Arsenal to win. So, yeah, I mean, you could have 4 teams there fighting for like fourth, possibly even third.
Yeah. Al says, I don't own FIFA 19. I'll buy it and try my luck. When you smash me, I'll donate £100 to a charity of your choice, Mark. Are you in? I do need to start playing some callers, some viewers this year. Some people want me to do this pro team stuff. I don't know how to set it up, but I do need to do it. But It's just time, really. It's just time. I'll do it though.
No bar for you tonight, mate?
After.
Oh, after, was it?
Yeah.
That was a good
I'll tell you what I'm
chance,
watching at the
mate.
moment, and I'm actually enjoying it. I watched, I was away at Centre Parks when The Force Awakens was on in the UK, which wound me up about something else, but I'll come to that in a minute. So I was watching, I recorded it, so I watched Force Awakens this week, and I thought, you know what, I've not watched Last Jedi since it was in the cinema, and I think it's absolute shite, even though I've only watched it once. So I thought, straight after Force Awakens, because it ends quite powerfully, alright, I'm going to get Last Jedi. So I got it, watched it. And actually, I'm only half an hour in, I'm actually quite enjoying it. There's a shock for you.
That is a shock to me, mate, because...
How many times have you watched it?
I've watched it like 3 or 4.
Right.
I still think it's shit.
Yeah. So I probably will. I remember the shit bits I haven't got to yet. Like the whole bloody Finn thing. I never understood that waste of time. When he's off with that girl and they go off for that thing, it's a waste of bloody time.
I remember when I went to the cinema for it, opening day, the first sentence, the conversation between Poe Dameron and I can't remember his name now, the commander, right at the start of the movie.
Oh yeah.
That sets the whole tone.
Oh, the phone call thing.
Yeah,
that was cringe.
How pathetic that was.
That was really shit. Yeah, you're right.
As soon as it started, 5 minutes, I just put my head down and I was like, no.
I mean, I don't want this to turn into a Star Wars thing because the second half's about to kick off, but I must just say that there's some massive errors in that film, and that director is shit. He really is. The Luke Skywalker, whole handling of Luke Skywalker, like the end of Force Awakens is so epic when she hands him the lightsaber. For him to throw it away, it's wasted 2 years of your life waiting for something, and then he's drinking milk off some weird alien. It is shit. Anyway, we move on. I
thought you was going to say when she hands him the lube.
Yeah. You'd been better off. It wouldn't surprise me if that had been in the film. Phil Mitchell says the true Geordie could have my babies any day. Love you. He's odd, Phil Mitchell. But there was a great comment, and I forgot who said it, but it was something along the lines of, why is your hairline so stable, Mark, when Flexus goes back to the treble winning season? I don't know. I'm a lucky guy. I'm a lucky man. If you saw my dad, he's a slaphead. He lost all his hair by 25. I spent most of my teens depressed, thinking I'm going to lose my hair, and I didn't. So I'm very happy to have it, and I'm very sympathetic to people who don't. You're a bit boldy, aren't you, Marcus? Actually,
no, I'm not.
Well, you're not bold, but your head, you've sort of like got that. What do they call it? The Brighton Pier. You've got that one bit coming out, and the sea around it.
It's going that way.
Yeah,
it's going that way. But no, I haven't lost. I'm not as bold or as got foreheads as people think. It's I don't know. It's really weird, my hair, because my hair it's quite long. I don't like having my hair cut short. I like my hair long and messy, I suppose is the word.
Spank Me Santa says, are you into comic books, Mark? No. Just porn. No. You don't need to get them in magazines anymore. The internet's a great thing. Sassy says, are Mark and True Geordie beefing? No, not at all. I messaged him the other day actually saying, we should have a football match, but XO versus the United Stand, and he said yes, but the ball's in his court now, so we'll see if it happens. Very busy guy, but he did say yes, so we'll see if it. The thing is, the United Stand can't get a football game with anybody. Red Men TV were like, all over it, and then they've gone quiet. We're there to play a game, but I'm not going back playing that lot. I don't see the point. They haven't got any players off their channel. They're all bloody They're all ex-semi pros. What's the point? You play people. People want to see people off the channel. If you play in Red Men, you want to see some of their presenters. If you play in XO, you want to see the True Geordie and Wilney and bloody Elliot and people like that. Favourite YouTuber, Aaron? Easy, me.
I was just going to say that actually because I'm not subscribed to anyone else, to be honest.
I watch little bits of other people. There's some people I find really funny, but I see mainly my own stuff.
I get people DM me links to, oh, have you seen this or have you seen that, and I'll click on it, I'll watch it and send a reply back, but I don't subscribe to these people or those people you just mentioned there. Not a clue who they are. Not a clue. Obviously know about True Geordie and a certain other channel, but no, apart from yourself and them, I don't really watch a lot of YouTube, to be honest.
Stephen's very good, Aaron. I do find him funny. I thought that video he did. I don't have time to watch a lot of other people, but I loved that sort of middle class joke rap he did a couple of years ago in the park. It was brilliant. They've got their own live show, haven't they? Actually, Stephen and Wilney this year. What is your thoughts about Manchester United versus Arsenal in the next round, says Tobias Kilmer? Well, hopefully we're going to be doing quite a lot of stuff building that up with Arsenal Fan TV. Of course, I won't be doing it with somebody. I refuse to. But I don't know. I'm very excited about it. I'd rather play Arsenal than Barnet, as I said at lunchtime, because we need Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to be tested. And he is getting the tests, and that's what we need to happen. So, I'm happy with that.
I mean, let me put it to you, Mark, and the live comments as well. I mean, if he gets a win on Sunday, do you think he has to be considered for it?
I think he's already being considered for the job. I just don't think. Look, all I will say is that the nature of humans is that we want to. We're not all going to sit there and go, nah, wait till May. We're all going to have an opinion, and it's going to change like a graph. At the moment, I think if you had to make a decision, I'd consider him, but we don't have to make a decision, do we? So, and the big tests are coming in February and March. I can't wait. I think, as I said on Twitter today, this time of year can be difficult for some people because you have the buzz of the festive period, and then you hit January, February, and it's a bit crap. But if you're a football fan, it's great because there's so much football. And if you're a United, well, doesn't matter who you support, really. It's an exciting time. But as a United fan, I'm so excited. I mean, this Spurs game's really massive on Sunday. But then after that, we've got a run of winnable games again. I think we've got like Brighton and Burnley. And then you've got PSG after all those. And then you've got Liverpool. And then you've got City and Arsenal again. And it's just... And then, then it's nearly Easter. And then it's nearly the end of the season. Then it's a transfer window. So and then we'll be deciding who our manager's going to be. So... It's just comes thick and fast with the football. I love it, and I'm really excited about what might happen. And I just think enjoy it. Let's see what happens because he definitely is in consideration. But we don't have to pick him. That's the thing. We don't have to. We can have whoever we want really, within reason.
I think the longer we wait, the less chance we have of getting some of them because. I think other teams, across Europe will snap up these managers.
Yeah, I think if you want Zidane,
I think you got to jump quick, didn't you? I think
Pochettino, if he would leave, you can wait. But see, if United want Pochettino, here we go. Oh no! Oh, that's a penno. No, it's not.
That's corner.
He got the ball. It was a dodgy tackle though. The way he did it, it looked like there seems to be an increase in these sort of two-footed tackles at the moment. I'd like to see this again from Rudiger. He seems to dive with both feet. Yeah.
Yeah, but...
I don't know whether he's... Oh, I can't even see how he gets the ball there.
Yeah, I think his left foot gets it.
It's a dodgy tackle. Anyway, Dylan Walsh says, would you take Denis Suarez from Barcelona, Mark? Another shot straight at keeper there from Ericsson. Phil Mitchell, I think you're wasting your money now because I don't even know what your comments are about. He says, would you do a blazed Q&A with Drew is sharing? That's just words. It doesn't make any sense to me. Brendan O'Leary says do a porn watch along. Oh my god. Has anybody actually ever done that? I mean, it just makes me sick. That's just weird. Just watch porn. Minds. Just watch porn. Why would you watch somebody do a porn watch along? That's just fucked up. I don't know, it takes all sorts.
Some people.
Somebody would watch it.
Oh yeah, of course it would. There's bound to be someone out there that would do it.
God, I tell you what, that's a blast from the past. I haven't seen one of these for ages. Alone Sushant says, show the game, please. I ain't seen that for ages.
Yeah.
I remember when we first started, everyone used to go show the game. We can't show the game, it's illegal. It's a watch along. We talk about the game and we have a bit of banter. We used to get it loads. You never get it now because people obviously get it, but there's one.
Oh, do you know what? Hazard turned into that foul then on Sanchez. Hazard left the ball behind him, and the ball sort of like gets stuck under his feet there.
Yeah, he's brilliant at it. That is what Hazard is world class at. He gets close to a player and then he jumps over their leg. And he makes sure there's contact.
Yeah, Sanchez is not even looking at him.
No, that is Hazard to a T. He's trying to get it done. He tries to get people booked to get them sent off, which I ain't got a problem with. But he always makes sure there's contact as well.
A couple of people asking for a Star Wars watch along, mate.
Yeah, it's difficult with films though, isn't it? Because I suppose it's only the same as football, isn't
it? Yeah.
Everyone's got to have the film.
Oh, Spurs are in.
Phil Mitchell says he's a weed YouTuber. He smokes, then does a Q&A. Please, I don't do weed though, so there you go. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. We're trying to get up to 55,000. I think we need a bloody miracle to hit it tonight. But if you are new, please do subscribe. Bottom right hand corner and get involved. Lots of stuff. This is where I do my FIFA stuff as well. We'll try and do a game of the week, a game a week at the moment as well, which we started last Thursday with. We always do Champions League ones. They're really enjoyable, but hopefully we can do a few games as well.
You've got your eyes on any games next week?
I'll have a look in a minute. I'll have a look. I know there's a game on the Saturday, but I won't be able to do it because of the United play at 3 o'clock.
The Spurs just slowing the game down again, but Chelsea not really in a hurry to pressurise to get that ball back. Danny Rose, poor control there, loses out.
Scotland women versus Norway women next Thursday. That'll be a banger.
Do you ever do the? Do you ever watch the under-18s, like the reserves?
Who for?
You, United?
No, not really. I watch the highlights, but I can't find the time to be putting like 90 minutes in for under-18s and that. I know it's bad, but I can't. Hazard?
Going round the house.
He's in the box for once.
Yeah.
He should have hit
that. To go back post to bar.
Yeah, it was a good cross, but he should have hit it.
Yeah, he should have hit that. Possibly he could have hit it first time or at his second attempt, but got crowded out pretty quickly.
Would you do UFC watch-alongs for big fights? Says Phil Mitchell. I don't know. I don't mind UFC. I prefer boxing, and there are other. I did do some Formula One stuff. I like Formula One, and I thought the Formula One watch-alongs were quite good. I don't know. We'll see. It's early days. It's early days.
So, come on, Spurs. They've not really attacked at all, Spurs, since the goal. Really surprising. Considering that is their first choice team, isn't it? Apart from Lloris being on the bench.
Yeah.
So Barkley's picking it up. Oh, look, Harry Winks and Dele Alli just backing off Barkley, just letting him bring it forward. Look. They seem quite happy at the minute just to take the 1-0 and have done with it. Right. Son, right hand side. Sissoko.
Yeah, but it's a two-leg game, isn't it? You know, at Chelsea, only takes an early goal
Harry
from Chelsea.
Kane, great save,
good shot, Harry Kane, and well saved by keeper.
Great save. I think it's what you would call a low-driven shot there on FIFA. But
it moves about a bit, the keeper as well, there, for the keeper, the ball.
Spurs with a corner. Comes in, flicked on, So,
Kane will keep it in.
yeah. That's pace of Son, but when he's in full
super
flight,
fast.
he's hard to stop, isn't he? Chelsea are playing so slow. They really are.
Do a cricket watch along. Oh God, no. Too long. I tell you what, I love snooker. I can't wait till next week. The Masters is on. Really got back into snooker. I was playing a lot of it when I was at Centre Parks, pool. But again, you can't do watch-alongs for that. It's a bit of a cult audience, and it's too long. I might do. I'd consider doing rugby because I like the Six Nations, but I don't watch enough of it. Ooh. Oh, good shot by Hazard.
But again, it's straight down the middle.
Yeah, everyone's shooting down the middle.
Yeah, straight down the middle.
Jersey Boy says, do a watch along for Joshua's next fight. Is that in April? And Ricky916, I know people are saying we should consider Solskjaer only if he beats PSG and get to the final or if he gets top 4. But is that fair? How would Zidane or Poch do in his position? Yeah. I just think with Solskjaer, it's his background, isn't it? You know, being sacked by Cardiff and being a manager of a Norwegian team, it's not much of a CV.
Do you know? I mean, I was thinking about this the other day. Like, would you want someone in charge who knows the club inside and out, knows the United way and the traditions of the club, or would you like to bring in a manager who has got a few trophies on his CV? Because as far as I can tell, we've had the best manager on paper.
Shot by Kansai.
Yeah.
Parried away. Out of players.
We've had the best manager in the business since Sir Alex retired in Mourinho, and look where it's got us.
Well, Zidane, look what he came from nowhere to have the Real Madrid job.
Yeah.
He's only like Solskjaer in some ways.
I mean, Pep as well went through managing the reserves and then the Barca team, then the first team. Maybe it's the route we should go now. You know, get someone in charge, not really care about what's on their CV. Let's get someone who knows the club in and out, who knows the traditions of the club. He's got Mike Phelan next to him as well.
Yeah.
You know.
I just worry whether Solskjaer is going to be tough enough with the board, though, because he's going to be so grateful for getting the job. Is he then going to dare go in the boardroom and say, I need 200 million? Because I think if Zidane or Pochettino come in, they'll say, yeah, I'll take the job, but I need 200 million. Whereas I think Ollie will go, I'm just so grateful. I'll do it for nothing.
Yeah, could be.
Good play by Bilodi there. Good defensive play by Trippier. Just a bit of a shout out to the live comments. Who are Spurs missing? Like, who's going to play on Sunday? I think Vertonghen's injured, isn't he?
Yeah. I think apart from Lloris, mate, this is pretty much, I would say, their first team.
Yeah.
You could make the case for, who's it, Ben Davies at left back?
Yeah.
I think, you know, obviously the goalie is the one that stands out, but I think apart from that, I don't even think there's anyone on Spurs' bench that would really play against United, I think, Sunday. Chelsea are coming forward down the right hand side into Hazard, picked it up with a bit of space, but out to the
it's
right
definitely
again.
More Chelsea at the moment. Oh, he's got a... Oh, no.
Oh, no, he's gone back. That could have been handball, is it?
No.
No.
They're screaming around for it, but...
Yeah. Probably clutching at straws. Yeah, Mora. Eric Takman says. Mora.
I think he's on... Yeah, he's not... Yeah, but he's been on the bench a lot for them lately anyway. 66% for Chelsea for people at possession stats, people who like that. Chelsea definitely been the better team since the Spurs goal. Spurs have looked... I don't know. I suppose this is the other side of Pochettino, a few Spurs fans have said this to me. He takes too long to make changes when a game's sort of going against them a bit, and this has been going on for, end of the first half, start of the second half.
Yeah,
it's been coming. If Chelsea score, it has been coming.
Now, if this was United doing all this defending, you would say the Chelsea goal was imminent.
Yeah.
But with Spurs here, I mean, they are setting up quite well. Corner at Chelsea.
Moore is injured as well, says BRX Gaming. Phil Mitchell says do a Man United Master League on Pro Evo. I ain't got Pro Evo. Anyway, Lucas has not been playing for Spurs in the first team, so he's not a first teamer really. Good player, but have Sky Sports, but watching this and playing UFC, says Raheem. Hey, and how did he not score? Christiansen. I thought that was going in the back of the net. He ends up coming in on the back post. I don't know who flicks it on.
Barkley
flicks it on, and that's got to be. He gets the good connection on it. He gets a good height on it, but he just puts it wide. Well wide.
No one near him. Closest one there is all the wire.
Why didn't he go with his other foot?
Yeah. He had plenty of time there.
Bad miss.
Chelsea getting closer. Great tackle.
So this is the thing that gets levelled against Pochettino anyway. He doesn't make the change when it needs to be made quick enough, and he isn't making changes at the moment. And they are losing the tactical game completely.
Oh, Sanchez is late on Hazard. He's got to get one for that. That was late.
I still think Hazard makes a meal of it. He knows what he's doing.
Watch it back. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's touching his ankle, his right ankle. I don't think he even touched it, did he?
I think he might have just caught it, to be fair. He did catch it. I'll take that back. He did catch him. But Sanchez, it's a nasty foul, that is, when you get it in from the back. It's a red card on FIFA normally.
Who is that number 5 Chelsea got here?
Christensen.
It's the guy they loaned from Madrid.
When did they get him?
During the summer, didn't they? It was part of the course while.
Oh, Kovacic, yeah.
Kovacic, that's it.
Good player. He doesn't seem to have worked out for him though.
Sure.
I wanted him to come to United. I like Kovacic, but
he's really adapted to the league quite well, I think.
Yeah.
So, Chelsea are trying to play down the wings now. First half, it was all through the middle. Yeah.
I wonder if they'll. I mean, if Chelsea bring Giroud on, they're going to change their game totally because they're going to get rid of one of their speed merchants and put somebody up front for the crosses. But I think that will be their next change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, after Morata's missed the other day, I don't think you want to bring him on, do you?
He's not on the bench, Morata, I don't think.
I mean, what was he like? Oh, no, Pedro's coming on.
Forgot they had Pedro. I remember he was meant to come to United. I think we dodged the bullet with him.
Yeah.
I don't think he's really done that well at Chelsea. Spurs very slow this second half. Aspilicueta nipping in front of Harry Kane there as well. Here's Hazard. And,
I find sometimes Hazard, when he picks up the ball, he's all ass, isn't he, that guy?
Yeah.
He shoves his arse in the defenders like. Corner. I thought that was a corner, or was he going for goal kick? No, goal kick.
Goal kick, yeah.
Ollie says.
Giroud's on the bench, Sakia. He's given a corner. I don't know whether it was a corner.
It was Harry Kane, Ollie. Penalty. Look at that. Trippier is way out of position there.
Yeah, he's chasing the ball down, isn't he?
Yeah.
Man United says, to be fair, who do Spurs have on the bench? Well, this is the problem with Spurs, and this is where I think Pochettino's right. They don't really have a massive squad.
Is that Willian's
coming off, yeah. Chelsea fans will be happy about that. They don't like him.
Not surprising. I thought you'd been very quiet for an hour. I think Pedro just gives them that little bit more directness down the flanks. Wasn't it in the Van Gaal days, wasn't it? We were linked with him.
Yeah, well, I thought we were getting him. I think we were on tour, and I thought we were going to get him, and then we were very slow with the deal, and he ended up going to Chelsea.
3% in Chelsea's half in the last 10 minutes.
I know, it's like Spurs are acting like this is a one-game game. It's this is the Stamford Bridge. They're going to have to really change their way of playing.
I did see a comment just now saying away goals don't count in this one. Harry Kane's down.
That could be good for United.
Well, yeah, could be.
Stay down, Harry. Well, no, actually, if you've got a little bit of a twinge, carry on.
Yeah, make it worse, please.
Yeah, run it off. If it's your hamstring, just run it off. It always helps.
He's holding the back of his leg there. Could be a calf injury.
Ding 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 ding. Always at the wheel. Would you take Rudiger at United, Mark? No. I binned him on FIFA 19 as well. Not that that's any reflection on why I wouldn't take him. I think he's okay, but I don't think he's better than what we've got. I mean, obviously anybody's better than Phil Jones, but I don't think Rudiger's better than Lindelof, and I still think Eric Bailly is a good player.
You didn't give Kyle Walker much of a chance this afternoon, did you?
You are?
You didn't give Kyle Walker a chance this afternoon, did you?
No,
Played him in one game and then got rid of him.
Yeah, I don't like him. Valencia's better on FIFA. Obviously, in real life, that's a load of shit, but...
Yeah, very... Chelsea already made a change. Pochettino don't even look like he wants to make a change at the minute. Ericsson. Oh,
God.
We're still in.
Sing us a Queen song, says Sergio Hernandez. Oh, bloody hell, I'm not a bloody busker. Treating me like some hobo. My favourite Queen song, I'll tell you that. Probably Don't Stop Me Now or Radio Gaga.
For me, I think it's got to be Who Wants to Live Forever from Highlander.
Oh, I like that one, yeah, I do like that. Yeah. Here's Son, look at the pace.
Yeah.
Or...
No, I thought he was going to play for a free kick there.
Yeah, I thought it was a foul by Sissoko, actually.
Danny Rose has got it. Oh, no.
But Spurs suddenly have gone up a gear again now. Which, you know, if Chelsea were to concede now, they'd be proper pissed off.
Yeah, it's because game's gone completely the opposite way now. Since Spurs doing all the attacking in the last few minutes.
See, FIFA HD Gamer says Rudiger is better than Lindelof, but not Bailly. Whereas I would say Lindelof's better than Bailly. So, as a United fan, I don't think Bailly's living up to his potential at the moment.
I think that lad just needs a good run of games. Something always stops him. It's either injury, or cards.
He's just reckless. That's why he gets injured. That's why he gets cards. He needs to look after his body a little bit more.
I think with Mourinho, it was a lack of faith as well. Mourinho just didn't want to play him this season at all. If this game finishes 1-0, I think Chelsea will be kicking themselves. The amount of shots that they put at Spurs' goalie straight down the middle.
Exactly.
Yeah, and your mate Billy Oddie hit the post as well, didn't he? Post come crossbar. Kante's hit the post as well.
We've got 23 minutes left. Then it's bath time for Goldbridge. I might put a picture up for you on Instagram, actually. I'm trying to put more stuff up on Instagram. Here we go. This is why I love these streams, actually, because on the United Stand, it's so busy, it's so serious. These watch-alongs are actually quite relaxing. 2019, I've got an Instagram page. I don't know what it's called. I think it's Goldbridge Mark. I'll have a look now in a moment for you. But I'm happy to... All I've got to do is take a picture, and I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do for content.
Oh, get off.
Your mum says get off Instagram.
No, she's playing Mass Effect.
Yeah, it's Goldbridge Mark. I mean, I had 994 likes for... yeah, I can sort of see what people like. See, my last Bath one only got 390 likes, so Bath things are probably not... I am Goldbridge Mark on Instagram. That is me. There you go. I can't do porn on Instagram, bun.
Why would you take a photo in the bath?
What?
Why would you take a photo of yourself in the bath?
It's because Ricky Gervais does it, so I just
Oh,
think it's
right.
funny. Hey, if everybody who's watching now goes on Instagram and types in Goldbridge Mark and follows me, I'll get a few more followers. But I do like ideas. Make it about the real Mark, says Dwayne Moran. Okay. Tomorrow, Goldbridge having a shit. Yeah, George Kyle says your mum just told me to get off Instagram. It's crap.
No, seriously, she's playing Mass Effect and she got pinned down in a corner. So.
I love how your mum plays computer games. I mean,
Yeah,
computer games are not ageist. Anybody can play them, but like it just makes me think about my mum playing computer games. She would never do it, but she spends her time putting shit on Facebook. You know, like those those like Indian philosophy bloody. And I'm not talking about India like next to Pakistan. I'm talking about Red Indians.
Right.
You know those people who share those pictures of Red Indian philosophy quotes that clearly were not made up by Big White Feather. They were made up by some bloke who's just bullshitting. She's always sharing that stuff on Facebook. Or cruelty to animals, which is fine, but
Harry Kane. Oh.
I thought Harry Kane was through there.
Yeah, Christensen got them.
I'll tell you one of her favourites ones. Share this or you'll get cancer. That she's definitely one of those people. If she was on Twitter, retweet this or you get cancer. You know, she definitely would retweet it.
Oh, my mother's the complete opposite, mate. She don't do social media or anything like that. She'll subscribe to a couple of channels on YouTube, but no, she loves her consoles.
Rishab, Sinha, high five. He's just followed me on Instagram.
Yeah. As I was walking through them, looking dangerous. Well, give it a Kante. Go on, stop dancing around with it, man. Play.
Tack Games keeps asking me if I'm confirmed for Football Daily. No, I've not heard anything. Dele Alli's just took Hazard out. Son, Eriksson. Kane.
Offside.
Son is so fast. He is so
Look at him,
fast.
look. He just chases it down, doesn't he?
Goldbridge Mark is my Instagram name, Sam.
Do you know what? When this is finished, I'm going to order myself a pizza. I think I'm starving.
Would you eat that late?
Yeah.
Well, you stay up dead late, don't you?
Yeah, I'm always up to like 3, 4 in the morning, mate.
What time do you get up?
About 7:30, 8:00.
What? You only sleep for about 3 hours?
Yeah.
You're like Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah. Get up, sort the kids out.
Does that? I hope that means feed the breakfast and not beat them up.
Of course it does. Of course it does.
Is that why you get up at 8? They've woken you up. Oh, I'm going to sort you out.
Sick, twisted mind playing tricks on you again. Who's this coming on there for Chelsea?
That's your man, Kovacic, the one on loan.
That's him.
And they're going to bring on Lamella. Ella. Well, I've thoroughly enjoyed these. I really do enjoy it. It's nice to have me and Marcus have a chat, but it's also great to have all you lot watching. It's I firmly believe that if you're going to do social media, especially YouTube, you need to find a niche that no one else does. I think too many people try to copy other people. Who were we talking about niche? Yeah, 442s. I think it's a good niche. And like what we do, this is our thing. This is our niche, and we've always done it. Well, we started on the United stand with the live comments. We've sort of evolved on there, but I did always like the original sort of live comments interaction. So it works really well on That's Football. So thanks everyone for getting involved. There's still 20 minutes to go, but just want to give you your dues. It's always important. You are part of the community and you do contribute. So thanks everybody.
A couple of people got some questions for me here, asking how old I am. So I'm 38. I drink. Someone asked me how much I drink coffee-wise. Between 10 and 12 cups a day.
Bloody hell, how are you still alive?
Yeah, mate, this is what keeps me going. Like I say, I do my stuff during the day when the kids are at school, and then obviously take them to school in the morning, pick them up, finish off what I've got to do. And
there's only one question, not this is your life.
No, but I mean, people.
Get on. I'll tell you what. You get on Instagram. You can do your pictures. This is my 12th coffee of the day. This is me on the way to fetch the kids. This is me at Tesco.
People have a bit of they think up some weirdest things just because I'm up most of the night, and I get up early, and apparently I've got no life and stuff like that. But I actually do.
I'll tell you what, mate. I think it's great because I would love to be able to survive on 4 hours sleep. What I tend to do, I don't know about anybody else, is I tend to go to sleep too late and wake up in a shit mood thinking I wish I'd gone to sleep at 11 o'clock because I'll go to sleep at half midnight and then I'm absolutely knackered the next day. I like staying up late, but I also love my sleep. That's the problem. Yeah.
So Barkley's gone off for Kovacic. But I see it a lot on your FIFA streams, Mark. People saying to you like, "Oh, ain't you got a job now? I'd love to play FIFA all day." Blah, blah,
if only they fucking knew.
You know what I mean? Yeah, this is the thing. Yeah, if only people knew what what you do and what I did and stuff like that. It's not all sunshine and roses, I'm afraid.
Actually, maybe I could do that on Instagram, like a sort of over the week, a sort of day in the life of Goldbridge and what I do. But my FIFA streams, I very rarely go over an hour because that's sort of my lunch break, and then I'm working around. My hours can be quite weird. I am fortunate that I do get to work from home a lot, and that is great. Although it does have its negatives as well, because you've got to be very disciplined. But yeah, if that was my job, I'd play FIFA a lot more than I do. I mean, and I literally have that hour. I don't play FIFA away. Like, I don't get time to play in the evening, get better. My improvement on FIFA has been live. I've hardly played any games not live. So my growth on FIFA has been like that. Ricky916 says, thank you, Mark, loving the content. And meet 3 people dead or alive, not footballers. Who? Says MUFC Matt. Oh, God. That's a good question. I'd like to meet Steve McQueen, the American actor. I think he's just one of my idols. And not just because of his acting. I just don't think there's many people around like that. I always say, where have all the cowboys gone? And by cowboys, I mean the real characters. I think everything's so safe now. Like, even in snooker, Alex Higgins used to sit there pissed with a fag on. I just love that. McEnroe at tennis. I love the character. Gascoigne at football. I love... That's why I try to do what I do, because I just try to just be a little bit of a maverick. I like that sort of personality. So definitely Steve McQueen would be one for me. You love bloody Mariah Carey, you do.
Yes. Yes, obviously that would be on the list. I'm trying to think sports personality-wise.
George Best. I'd like to. I never met
Yeah.
him, so I would like to. I'd like to go for a drink with Georgie Best. So that'd be another one. What's the news about Billy Connolly? Said Jamie. He's not dead, is he? I know they did that program on him, but. Anyway, Chelsea coming down the left here.
Yeah.
Hudson Oddy.
I think my third one would probably be Bob Champion. I think.
Did he used to present Blue Peter?
No, Mark. No, he was horse jockey. Fought back from cancer.
Oh, I do remember because my mum loves the horses.
Yeah. He came back for the Grand National D on a horse that was down and out and ended up winning it.
I'll tell you what, I do actually, this is going to shock people, I do actually love Roy Keane. There's very few people I would be, in fact there's hardly anybody I would be sort of standoffish with in a respectful way. But I absolutely love Roy Keane. But most of it's based on his football. And I don't know whether I'd even like him as a person. But I don't know. I'd like to meet him simply for that, because as a footballer, I was just absolutely in awe of him. I just think he was absolutely everything I want in a footballer, leader, everything. Absolutely brilliant.
I do like his personality and how it's no holds barred on its punditry. You know, if he thinks something's absolute crap or he don't agree with it, he will say it. There's no two ways about it. I always remember him going back a couple of years ago now, having a bit of a dig with Southgate on an interview. I think it was on ITV.
Yeah. And
Gareth Southgate just didn't know where to look, did he? Really good one.
Well, we've got about 10 minutes to go. Son's gone off, and we got Chelsea still dictate. I mean, I've got to be honest. I think Chelsea deserve a point from this, at least.
You know, like I said earlier, I think I'd be very disappointed with the result if it stays like this.
They haven't really created enough clear-cut chance. Well, I think that one from the corner was the one.
Yeah, Christensen's one. Do you know what? Lamella, he's a dodgy getting on with his tackling.
Nathan, I am actually playing Football Manager. I was talking about it in the first half. I have been playing it. I just don't know how to stream it because I have it on at work. I have it on another screen and I'm just tapping away. And it's a very long game. It's a hard game to figure out how to stream, really. I'd have to sort of... I really am enjoying it, but I don't know how I would stream it. And I'm no way am I going to do what some people do and just edit it down into 10 minutes. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I ain't got the time for that. I'll think of something.
Oh, you'll have to do it on a weekend or something, Mark, when you're free.
Oh yeah, those weekends when I'm free, yeah.
Yeah. I know they're few and far between, but you're bound to have one sometime this year.
I'm thinking I might be able to do it like, it won't help people, but at least they can watch it when they get home from work or whatever. I could do it like between 10 and 11 in the morning when I'm meant to be working, and I could do my little bits of work and just click the mouse. That might be an option. Might get me in a bit of trouble, but.
Do you find that you get when you're working from home that you just have a natural impulse to just turn the TV on and sit there and watch morning TV?
No, I'm very good. I'm very good actually. I know some people who are like that. Depends who's paying my wages, because a lot of my work is like self-employed.
Yeah.
If I don't do the work, I don't get the pay. But at my last job, when I worked for a bank, and people were monitoring what I was doing. Not really monitoring. I was getting a set wage. Yeah, if I worked from home, that was a day to just do sod all, really. I'd set myself up with the easiest tasks, blitz through them in an hour, and then that would be 7 hours. It's basically a day off. But when you're sort of working for yourself, I can't do it because I'm like, I've got mouths to feed, man. I'm like Lenny Henry on Band-Aid.
I just said
money to raise. We've got to get the shopping for Aldi.
Just said Lamella's tackling was dubious, and he's just picked up a yellow here.
Yeah, but it's always on Hazard, isn't it? And actually, I think he gets the ball.
Oh, he does, yeah. Gets in front of him, definitely.
Always Hazard.
Yeah, he's just picked up a yellow, so about 7 minutes left. Chelsea got it. I'm really surprised they haven't thrown on Giroud yet, you know.
Yeah, no, especially when the whipping crosses in like that.
Yeah. Would have been absolutely ideal.
Do you smoke, Mark? That's a funny one. I did used to smoke. Now I just smoke Arsenal fan TV players. And I don't mean in like the gay way. I mean like I smoked them in the way like I absolutely destroyed them. I want to clarify that. But no, I did used to smoke. There aren't any pictures, thank God, of me aged between like 16 and 18. But I wanted to be Liam Gallagher. And all my mates could grow a beard and the proper sideys, and I never could, so I just had to grow them. But if it was windy, they'd blow up. And I used to drink Red Stripe Lager because that's what Liam used to drink, and I used to smoke Benson and Edges because that's what he used to smoke. And I'd go down the local. I nearly shouted where I grew up then, but basically a bit of a rural village, and you'd get all the farmers and that just wanting to have a nice pint, and I'd be there strolling round the pool table with the jukebox, just Oasis. Mad for that. And I go, oh, what are you on about?
Yeah, well, thanks to the comments, Giroud is on more.
Yeah, we hadn't noticed that.
Yeah, no. Who did he come off for?
Don't know. I like a pint of Carlin, Matt. I know it's really crap lager, but I'm not snobby. I don't mind a pint of Carlin. I prefer Carlin to like Foster's, and I'm not a massive fan of Peroni. I think people like Peroni because it's expensive. Find what you like in life, and don't be ashamed to say it. Marcus likes horses in an odd way. He's not afraid to say it. What happened to Xander? What happened to Xander, Marcus? He makes videos about sex, doesn't he, or something now?
Yeah. I don't particularly watch them, but yeah, I have seen that on Twitter.
No, Xander was really good on the channel, but we just changed direction. So people always want to make a drama out of everything when there isn't one. San Miguel, I like San Miguel, Jay. I do like San Miguel. It's a bit strong, but San Miguel's best to drink when you're in Spain.
Oh, I always have a San Miguel when I go to an Indian restaurant for a curry. Always have a bottle of San Miguel.
Oh, I like Cobra. I do.
Cobra as well. Yeah.
John 13. Have you ever thought about vlogging? I don't know what vlogging is. Is that not what we're doing now? What's vlogging?
I don't know. Isn't that just sort of like you talking? Oh,
what a cross! Oh. That was a good cross by Hazard.
Well, that was a good hit by Alonso as well. Struggling to get it away, yes, Spurs. And Ali boots it away. Isn't vlogging just like recording wherever you go and talking about it or something?
Oh yeah, well people get very bored with that, with me.
I'm pretty sure they'd be interested in your trips to the
I'll tell you what I'd like to get back doing. I used to love the Robbie Ramble, going for a walk with Robbie. That was always good because there's some really good countryside around here, and I liked that. But I just haven't done it for so long. I'm so busy. Got FIFA to play all day.
This is it, yeah. Yeah, if you don't play FIFA, you don't get paid, do you?
Yeah, no, yeah. Please give to me. Make contributions, otherwise I can't live.
Right, just over 3 minutes to go.
I've got people are talking. I've got my own channel. I've not put anything on for a while, but I've got 2 videos I'm doing hopefully this week, which I think people will like, which aren't really That's Football or United Stand related. So I've got a channel for that sort of thing. So I do like the idea of doing stuff that's not always about football. So, you know, I'm never going to do a diss track.
Or
Oh, what a ball. Lamella. He's given the foul.
Oh.
Not 100% convinced.
I've got to say, I think you did pull him down. Did try to wrestle his way past.
Connor says, when you're next going to Old Trafford? Sooner than you think. I'm off there now, straight away. I'll be streaming at midnight.
Hazard's pulled out to the left now. They can't get past Trippier at all.
I think Hazard's had a good game, to be fair. Just not in the penalty box.
So what I was going to say, I think Chelsea have been the better team.
Yeah.
They've looked much more dangerous going forward than Spurs. Pedro, since he's come on as well, has put some really decent balls into that box. There's just no one getting on the end of them. No one's taking that gamble at the front post.
Do a drist. You know what? I would probably die of cringe myself if I even thought about doing a diss track. They're terrible. They're funny to watch because they're cringe. Like they're terrible. There seems to be a craze at the moment of people going in on each other as well and doing videos. I'm surprised DT hasn't done one on me yet because it'd get good views, but I think he'd just get absolutely battered for doing it. So, but there's a lot of people doing that at the moment. I'm not interested in it. I've got nothing to gain from it. We won. They were sat down. That was it. And I'm not even showing off. It's done. There's nothing that can be gained from my point of view or the United Stand's point of view that's good. You could not get a bigger W. It's done. Absolutely done. There is no rematch. There's no need for a rematch because the rematch, the original game, wasn't even a fair game. There was nobody on that pitch until the Plonker came on, and he wasn't on for long. They had nobody off their channel in their team. We had 4 people. That's what the United Stand wants to do. We want to play games of football where, you know, around half of the team is actually off the channel. They can't do that. They're using a team that they want to be #United. They've had trials. They've got semi-pros in it. There is no rematch because the first game never really should have happened in the first place. It wasn't fair, and we still bloody won. So I would only do a rematch with them if they guaranteed that 4 or 5 people were playing from their channel, and they won't do that. So it's done. It's over. And that's not bottling anything. That's just the fact. There is no rematch because there is nothing to have a rematch about. But I do want to play other teams. And there are teams out there that I think we could give a good game to.
Yeah.
And 7-a-side, I think Phil Mitchell's right. I don't think it needs to be 11-a-side either. I think a 5-a-side. I loved at the weekend. Couldn't watch it live because there was a lot of football. But I used to love the Masters football. I don't know whether everyone used to see it. And at the weekend, I think it was in Scotland. They had the rest of the world: England, Scotland, Ireland. And I didn't even know it was on. It was only because of the McAteer and Michael Owen thing. And I thought, I'm going to go back and watch that. I loved that. That's what needs to happen. We need to have like a venue where you've got maybe 10 YouTube channels, 5-a-side, with people who are actually off the channel, with a fun element, because some people like True Geordie you wouldn't think plays football, or Robbie, or even me now. I'm getting old. So you've got your banter players, and then you've got some people who are half decent, but it's still football. I think that'd be a brilliant idea, absolutely brilliant. But it's how you get it off the ground.
It would be difficult, wouldn't it, to get everyone on board, I think, as well.
It'd sell out, though, if you had the right sort of,
it would be,
the United Stand, I'm sure there'd be people who'd come and watch it. Arsenal Fan TV, people would come and watch it. If you got people like XO to do it, obviously people would come and watch it. I think it's a great idea. I know they do it every season for a tackle by Danny Rose there. It's one of those tackle. And his hamstring's gone as well. There you go. Do a tackle and smash your hamstring.
So it's 3 minutes added on. A minute and a half left to go.
Marco Pramstorm. Mark, have you ever thought about making a porno? I think I'd be lying if any lad had never dreamed about being in a porno at some point in their life. But I must be honest, as a married man, my definitive official answer is absolutely not.
And I'm not even going to comment on it.
The laugh just gave it away at the end, though. The little kiddie laugh at the end was, yeah, I love it. Oh, I love it.
For a voice that's so deep, my laugh is quite high pitched. It's strange. 40 seconds to go. Chelsea are absolutely throwing everything at this. Giroud.
I'll tell you what, if Spurs get this result, I mean, we'll do the second leg in a couple of weeks anyway, but it's going to be a very interesting second leg because Chelsea, without doubt, have been the better team. Well, that's a cracking tackle there. It's going to be a corner.
Yeah. I think Chelsea might have just left it too late. But they've not had, like you said, the clear-cut opportunities, but they have had semi-decent opportunities that are a little bit more clinical. Cool.
Harry Kane blasts it clear, and that should be the last kick of the game.
Should be now.
Kieran, you're a naughty boy, Kieran McCrory. And that's it. 1-0. 1-0. Well, thanks everyone for watching. Please do subscribe if you haven't subscribed before you leave. I'll be back on here with FIFA tomorrow lunchtime. But do you think footballers should come out or just leave it out of football? Says Sergio Hernandez. Come out. I think he's talking about being gay there, isn't he? I don't know. Yeah. They should be able to come out. I still think there are problems. You know, having played football myself, I still think there are problems. There's not enough people coming out as being homosexual in football, and I think that's I think it will change. It's like racism, isn't it? You know, 30 years ago there was still racism, so I think it will change. But it's a good question. It's a shame we didn't ask it a bit earlier, but I think people should be able to come out. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. Really enjoyed it. Back with FIFA tomorrow. And Marcus, as always, thanks for coming on, pal.
No worries, mate. Pleasure as always. Thanks for everyone in the comments, and see you all soon.
Yeah, really enjoyed it, everyone. I think we'll be doing a lot more of these this year, trying to get more content ideas as well. Remember to follow me on Instagram, Goldbridge Mark. I'll give you a picture in the bath in about 10 minutes' time. But thanks, everyone. I did a video on the United stand earlier. If you've not seen it, about Koulibaly as well, you can pop over there. And I'll be back tomorrow, 7 a.m. on the United stand with football, with Transfer Daily and FIFA tomorrow lunchtime. Thanks for watching. Speak to you all soon. Really enjoyed it. That were good, that.